Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. I am Mike Day, and Tuesday evening, happy Tuesday. That means I am joined by Brandon Day.
Hello.
What is up, B?
Not much. Trying to make it to Christmas. Actually, next
Yeah,
week.
we got 1 week.
Yeah.
So
I got this week of work, and then I'm off for the week, which is great.
you got the whole week off
I
next
got the
week.
whole week off. Let's
Nice.
go. I know. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
those are the type of things you get excited about when you have a full-time job.
Yeah.
You don't have and you don't have the full college break, right? For like a
No.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Welcome to the
take a week.
real world, son.
Yeah. I'll take a week when I can get it.
Exactly. All right. Well, let me do a little intro to the show for anyone that's joining us for the first time. We are the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast, and Brandon and I are doing the off-season sports, which are basically the non-football sports that are weekly in nature. So it's the PGA Tour, the UFC, and right now we are doing the English Premier League Soccer, which is in place of NASCAR. NASCAR will be back in February. So we'll get into some of the English Premier League chat and chatter here in a little bit. But what we do on every show is the first half we go over last week's picks and betting sprinkles, and then the second half we do this week's. So, but we always start off the show by letting Brandon talk a little bit about his fantasy football team.
I had a bye last week.
Oh, okay. So nothing to talk about.
No. I had a bye. I'm hoping for some people to get healthy, i.e. Drake London, before Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, he's been dealing with an MCL. I think it's his MCL. Something in his knee has been
Well, what have you
bothering
been
him.
doing in the meantime?
It has been Michael Wilson has been my start,
Yeah.
but
You
also
mentioned that.
RJ Harvey's now questionable after last week's game. I
What's
don't.
his boo-boo?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they didn't get much from Sean Payton as of 2 hours ago.
Okay.
Well, we shall see. I get more of a report tomorrow than I do.
Yeah, because they have to practice. Wednesday practice, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
I have some people that I can plug in, hopefully, especially since I got some Bears. I got Manon guy. So
okay.
hopefully, because Michael Parsons is done for the season, so that really dwindles the
Bears Packers this coming week.
It is Bears Packers. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Big NFC North matchup.
Sure is. And then Seattle against the Rams on Thursday night. That'll probably be the game of the week, honestly.
That's an awesome Thursday night game.
Yeah.
That gives us a much better Thursday night game than we've had in a while. Also, you had some news in the college world.
Yeah,
is
literally just came across my phone as
close to our team.
Our Irish just came across my phone as we were starting this. Jeremiah Love declared for the draft. So he's not coming back. There were talks about him coming back, and I think head coach Marcus Freeman tried his best to do whatever he could. I think if he won the Heisman, he probably would have come back, but we all kind of knew he was going to go to Mendoza.
Yeah.
Talk about a down year for the Heisman, though. Jeez.
Yeah. Can't really blame Jeremiah Love for going into the draft.
Not at all. Because he's going to be a first-round pick.
Yeah, good on him.
People are saying Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. That's a good spot to land.
That would be a very good spot for him.
Definitely first running back off the board. So, yeah, good for him. We still have Jadarian Price, so haven't heard any news on him.
JP.
So hopefully he'll come back.
I feel like he wants the number one role.
See what a full season does with the starting role. So, all right. Anything
go
else?
Broncos.
Boy, so much news that, but it's the 12-hour, 2-hour news cycle. So
yeah, it really is.
A lot of stuff that has already been just beaten to death by the social media and news media and whatever other contributors. But yeah, a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan had
Bron-
coverage, the Diego stuff. But yeah,
yeah, Pavia doing his thing in Nashville. Well, in New York too, but
New York.
whatever. Um,
You kids, get off social media. Stop doing that.
yeah, whatever.
Yep,
He's 20. He's 23. He can do it.
exactly.
He's
Not the
having
next
fun.
excuse. Yep,
No, it's not.
just don't go too far.
But hey, other quarterbacks, Bo Nix looked great against the Packers.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
looked really good. That's a good defense too.
yeah. The defense was, and you and I were texting a little bit. It's like, why does Sean Payton keep going forward on fourth down instead of punting and
Yeah.
pinning the
Well,
Packers back deep?
and I was like, well,
And then
when you
all
have
of a
the
sudden,
best,
the defense just three and out.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
when you have the best defense in the league, you can kind of go for it on fourth down and be like, all right, guys, go do your
yeah.
thing.
Go out and play your 3 plays and get them to punt. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that defense is
that
gross.
was a good. Not that we had to have our eyes open to the defense because we've known about it, but just to see them do that to the Packers is just like, whoa,
Yeah, a
okay.
good offense. They're
This defense is
not to tout Jordan Love. That dude's a good quarterback. He can play
yeah.
and he can sling the ball around.
Yeah.
So
So
good on that on the secondary. Riley Moss is probably the most loved and hated person, just dependent
he
on
is he makes big plays and he
what
gives
play
up big
happens.
plays. Yeah.
Here in Denver, that dude will get called for a pass interference, and it may be the worst pass interference call, or it's a blatant pass interference call, and then he'll go get an interception. And you're like, "What, dude?
Yeah.
Come on!" But we love Riley Moss. He's pretty locked down there as our CB2.
Yeah. Well, and then the Packers throw at Patrick Surtain and
Yeah, good
we're
luck.
like, what are you doing? And of course he makes an interception. Like, I guess you got to try,
You
but
got to try a couple times.
yeah, but
He's the best corner in the league,
yeah, we're
though.
pretty excited about what the Broncos are doing. Just keep winning.
We
I
still
think
got to play we still got to play the Chargers. We got Jacksonville this week, which will be
yeah,
it'll be
tough
a good
matchup.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good defense for Bo to go up against.
Yeah.
See how he does. I think it's in Jacksonville.
Yeah. I think if we're not
No, it's at home.
okay, that helps.
Yeah, that does help a lot.
So, okay, looking forward to that. Brad and I may have a little bit more to talk about on Thursday.
And Trevor Lawrence is hot right now.
When we do the football show. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great game.
Dude threw 6 touchdowns. I think either 5 or 6 touchdowns last weekend.
Can we actually take an over in the Broncos game?
Yeah, you might.
Most of the time, just play the under, but
Yeah.
that game might get a little exciting. So,
Mhm.
okay, let's jump into it. We had a pretty cool PGA Tour event
Yeah, it was fun.
last week, as we mentioned in last week's pod. It was the kind of dual PGA LPGA event, the Grant Thornton Invitational, with teams of PGA players and LPGA players. Hopefully, some people got to get some eyes on that and see just how talented these LPGA Tour players are. Boy, that can be a little tongue twister
A little
there.
tongue twister there, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when you see how talented they are, and you and I, okay, let's go through our each way bets because the last one will kind of bring up something that you and I talked about. So since it was such a small field, 16 teams, we didn't really do any ladder or top 10, top 20, top 30 bets or anything like that. We did the each way market again, which I have explained. It's just like hedging. If your outright winner doesn't win, but they place, then you get some portion of your bet back. All right, let's go through our picks.
Yeah, so we had Clark and Thompson.
That's
Wyndham
Clark and
Lexi
Lexi
Thompson.
Thompson. Yeah.
Each way 1 through 5, was it?
One
or 4?
1 to 4 places.
1 to 4 places, my bad. And they finished tied for 10th. And then we had Jake Knapp and Tavaconti, who finished 1 through 4 places, and they finished 9th. and then Michael Brennan and Charlie Hall, which was I'm going to take credit for it.
Yep.
Which was my recommendation. Each way 1 through 4, and they finished tied for second.
Yeah. So our lone
3 other
sprinkle,
people.
yeah, that one paid. But what we were talking about the second round, because this was only 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Brennan and Hull were in the lead, and they come off. Well, they were tied for the lead, but they come off. They actually shot what? Was it the first round that they shot?
It was a 55. I think. What is that? 17 under.
Yeah, the first round they shot 17 under, and so did Wyndham Clark and Lexi Thompson. Shot 17 under, 55s.
Yeah,
that's insane. So good on them. And then I think after the second round, you and I talked. Brennan comes off, and he's just like laughing because Charlie Hull basically carried that team.
Yeah, she could putt.
She was bombing putts.
I was telling you.
Yeah.
And you were just making fun of me for other reasons. And it's the only green on that paper.
That's the age gap, the vernacular. I understood what you meant, but back in the day, in my day, when I was 23 years old, if you referred to,
you want to go listen to last week's episode,
a girl as a dog, that's a whole different thing.
I said Charlie Hall is a dog, and I've said this before on the podcast.
She's got that dog in her. She's got that championship dog in her.
Yeah, and
yeah,
you took it and ran with it. Way too far. You ran too far.
Some of our listeners are my age, so they're like, "Well, why is Brandon calling her a dog?" Anyway, yeah, we hit that sprinkle, so that was nice because that kind of took care of all the others that we didn't hit. So that was fun. That was a good event. Like I said, hopefully people got to see some of the female players, golfers, because they are really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So,
I mean, Nelly Korda, if you know golf, you should know the name Nelly Korda. She also finished tied for second. She's insane.
Yeah.
It's so fun to watch her play golf.
A couple of those players carried their PGA partner.
For sure. Dude.
So, I'm sure Lexi Thompson carried Wyndham Clark.
Yeah.
But that's a cool event. That's a cool event. And then this week's event, which just throw it out there right now, we did not find odds on at least the apps that I have. Brandon did find odds on it, but it's another cool event, and we'll talk about that here shortly coming up. The UFC last weekend was another fight night in Las Vegas, but it was a very entertaining card.
Yeah.
Let's give out JT's picks and the experts' picks and see how they did.
So JT was 8-3-1. You can explain that when we get to there. And the experts were 9-2-1.
Yeah, everybody's wondering how there's a 1. Well, yeah, there was a draw. There was actually a draw. Trying to remember which fight that was. I had it pulled up at one point. But yeah, I mean,
it was
believe it or not, I think it was like all 3 judges scored the fight 9 or 27-27-27, which is
28-28-28-28.
28.
It was Kenny Nushchukwa and Marcus Buchecha.
Yeah, that was a heavyweight fight. Yeah, it was a heavyweight fight. Nobody was really upset about that outcome. And if you have any plays on that fight and it comes a draw, then I think they're scored as a void, but I'm not sure. But the draw, I think, was like plus 5,000 on that fight. So
yeah,
but it's very rare that a UFC fight will finish as a draw. I think I've seen it twice, including that one. So yeah, good on JT. Experts are just one better. The one of the experts that's in our consensus of experts was on Discord and said he was 8-0 at one point. I'm like, oof, whoa, yeah. So, pretty good overall fights.
There were 2 great knockouts.
Yeah, the 2 co-main events.
The kick by Melqueza Costa against Morgan Chair might have some. That might be knockout of
Oh,
the year. Cherie.
Sherrier.
That's got some
He's
talk for
French.
knockout of the year. A
Yeah,
late
yeah.
addition for it. That kick was vicious. And then Kevin Vallejos,
The spinning back fist.
yeah, knocked out Giga Chika. Yeah, I'm not gonna continue with these last names. Spinning
Chidazi.
back fist, which was sweet as well.
Yeah, and that Giga was kind of clowning him up until that a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
know.
Yeah, and then yeah,
You catch
then
the back of someone's fist.
and down goes Giga. And then the main event was Brandon Royval
Yeah.
against Manal Kape, and that was in the flyweight division. Royval being the number 2 contender and Kape being the number 6 contender. Yeah,
Royval kind of got it handed to him.
Royval is washed to
Yeah,
use
I would
a
agree.
young person's term. He's done. Because if you look at the flyweight division, and
It's
if that's going to drop him to
it's a tough
probably
division.
the number 10 or something contender, and he's just not going to fight his way back up.
And then you have Kape, Cape, whatever. And then you have Joshua Van and Alexander Pantoja.
Yeah, and Pantoja's, once he heals that elbow, is
Yeah.
going to get a rematch. So yeah, Royval,
It's pretty
like I
nuts.
said, he's
Well, there was some
got his work cut out for him. He's got a bunch of fight nights. He's not going to get on any numbered events.
there was some controversy this week in the lightweight division.
Which was,
Ilya Taporia.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Some allegations are popping up, some past allegations that I think have been, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked too much into this, but the belt has been vacated.
yeah, and he did it himself. I think to
Yes.
say that he's going to step away from the UFC while his legal issues get sorted out.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of speculation that we don't necessarily want to say
We don't know.
what he's
It's,
accused of because it's not clear. So we would definitely be speaking out of turn to say
oh, for sure.
what his actual legal issues are. But it's enough for him to vacate the lightweight belt. So,
Yeah.
and he probably won't be fighting for some time.
A little while.
And then I put here in the notes that I especially wanted to kind of give a shout out to the heavyweight fighter that also did very well, and that's Steven Asplund. Now his story is
Nice.
remarkable. Did you go back and look at his story?
I have not. No, if you want to give it out, I
He's
would
like the
love to
jelly
hear it.
roll. He's like the jelly roll of UFC.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He lost a
Yeah,
bunch of weight.
Steven Asplund was over 500 pounds, like 525, and just like
He lost like 300 pounds or something like that.
yeah, and
200.
his whole because he's in the heavyweight division, so
I
he's
saw
down to
this.
like
Yeah.
230 or 240 and jacked, but like he even makes fun of it himself. Like he did even after the fight. He was so heavy and the weight loss, and it happens to, morbidly obese people when they lose that much weight, their skin kind of doesn't
Mhm.
necessarily um, shrink back with their body.
They have that
Um,
exact skin. Yeah.
yeah. So, but dude
Such a
is
cool story. Yeah.
he's a hardcore and he's up and coming. His last 4 fights have been won by KO. Heavy hands with this dude. It's no joke. If you if you have any doubts what Steven Asplund can do, go look at some of the Instagram of him and the dude he was fighting, Sharaf, Sharaf, Sean Sharaf. He opened him up. There's a gash, and he even put
Yeah.
it on social media. Sharaf did on his page. That was unbelievable. Yeah. So
Well,
Asplund can
what I'm
fight.
reading, um, he set a 3-round heavyweight significant strike record at 170.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a lot of strikes.
So the volume and the intensity of his striking is going to take him places. Like he's going to move up pretty quick. He's now 7-1, and I don't think
Especially,
that one loss is in the UFC.
yeah, I don't know. It's not.
I think it was in a different organization.
Yeah,
So good on him, man.
it's
And if you hear him
it's not
talk
a
and you
hard
hear,
division either.
yeah, if you hear him talk about it and you hear his whole backstory, like he's been overweight his whole life, and he got bullied and teased as a kid, called fat boy, and all the mean things that all the kids say, and he just didn't know what to do with his life until he got introduced to mixed martial arts when he was 500 and whatever pounds. And look at him now. I mean,
Yeah.
he is an up and coming heavyweight for sure.
Yeah.
So good story. So I'll be rooting for him for however long he does UFC. All right, so let's do. Oh boy, yeah, I'm gonna bring up a slide. Sorry, Spotify listeners. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you don't get to see the cool slides. But our EPL Matchweek 16 picks, which were last week, let's go through those. I need a transition. And this isn't great. You know what I'm going to do, B?
Yeah, just let it all fly. Yeah.
Yep. Because it's all red. 0 for 4 in the EPL picks. Yeah, not great. Chelsea, Everton, final score was 2-0. So both teams to score, no draw. All I needed was a goal from Everton, right? And they had their chances. Was this the one I was texting you about? It was. So they get the ball down near the Chelsea goal. Dude does a great cross right in front of the goal. And his teammate is right there. All he needs to do is put a body part on it, not his hands or anything like that, but a body part. And it goes through his legs. The old
I know.
nutmeg. The old nutmeg goes right between his legs. Like, you are like one of the best athletes in the world. And you can't just get a touch on that? I mean, come on. So anyway, yeah, that was bad. And then Liverpool, Brighton, same thing. We had the draw, and it was 1-0 for a while. And so I'm just like, okay, Brighton, get a goal, and this one goes. And no, they give up another goal to Liverpool, so it's 2-0. Crystal Palace, Man City. Man City has probably the best player in the EPL right now.
Yeah.
It's Erling Haaland, big Norwegian dude, I think. Where's Haaland
Yes.
from? I mean, he looks like a Viking for real. Like he's big. He's like 6'5" or something, and not a skinny 6'5", and just has like the blonde locks and everything. So, yeah, could quickly become one of my favorite players in the EPL. But he scored twice in that game for Man City, and then and again, Crystal Palace just needed to score, had their chances, couldn't put one in, and then this one. Brentford and Leeds, both teams did score, but neither one of them could score another goal. So it was a draw. So that bet loses as well. So I'm still trying to figure out EPL bets, like which ones are good, like contrarian bets.
Not to correct you,
Hmm.
but Haaland plays for Man City.
I know. That's what I said. Again,
Okay, cool. I
I
thought
was
you said
talking
he played
about.
for Crystal Palace. I was
No,
like,
no,
what?
no. No, he's Man City. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Did you
big,
see where
big.
he's from? I keep saying the wrong country. Is he Norwegian?
Yeah.
Look it up real quick. Look it up.
Yeah, he plays for the Norway national team.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, and if you don't know who we're talking about, just Google Erling with an E, Haaland, Halaad. Right? Am I saying it right?
Yep. HAA land.
Haaland.
HAA land.
Yeah. Very Norwegian.
Norwegian, yes.
So, okay. So that was last week's plays. So the picks for this week are going to be pretty easy. The PGA Tour, like I said, is doing another scramble event. It's called the PNC Championship. It's at
Yeah,
the
it's like
Carlton Golf Club in Orlando, Florida.
it's a either father son, daughter father, mom son. We have a stepson in there.
Yeah,
Anyone that's related are playing in this. So like you have Nelly Corda and her dad are gonna play.
it's a
Um,
two-person scramble. So
yeah.
they play from whatever shot is the best on each one. If you don't know what a
So I
scramble is,
did I did find odds on this.
yeah, I couldn't find it on DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet 365, or ESPN Bet, which is now the Score Bet. For those of you that are wondering,
Yeah. So
Brandon
if
found
you're
it on. Where'd you find it?
on Bet US, I'm sure there'll probably be some live odds when they're playing, but this is on Bet US. So if you want to bet it, go get a Bet US account.
And I don't think it's a full 4 days. I think it's just three,
Yeah,
like the
it's only
last one
I
was.
think it's only 3 too.
So that's not to say that those sites that I play on won't have odds come like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, that too.
So if you're looking for, and what I would do if they do have the odds, and hopefully Bet 365 does, because that's the only site that I know of that does the each way betting. That's what I would do again, is the each way, because
Yeah.
there's a limited field. Um, and you can kind of hedge your outright wins with that. I think the defending champs are the Longers, Bernhard Longer and
It
his
sure
son.
is.
Yeah,
They're tied for first with odds as of right now with the Sink family, Stuart Sink and
Stuart
Reagan
Sink.
Sink.
That's his daughter, right?
No, it's his son.
Oh, Reagan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can go both ways.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
Um, I'm not.
Okay.
They might have withdrew, but the Daly boys. Oh no, there they are.
Yeah,
The Daly
they're in there.
boys are up there. John
John
Daly and his
John
son,
Daly and his son.
who's currently playing D1 golf.
The only two that are not playing that typically do play this event is Tiger Woods and Charlie Woods.
Yes. Yeah.
So a little bit of a bummer, but I don't know if Tiger's dealing with an issue or something as far as like not being able to play. If his back is still messed up or whatever. So, but
He
yeah, check
should
it
be.
out. It's a fun event.
He should
A
be doing TGL though. That
lot of
must
laughs. Oh
That might be what they're
yeah,
doing.
glad you mentioned that, Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brandon and I were talking about this before we came on the show, that the TGL does start, and that's the Tomorrow Golf League. It's an indoor golf event. There's what, I don't know how many teams. May have to look up the league. Uh, of teams of three play, right?
I think there's 6 teams.
Yeah, and three players play at a time, but there's four players on a team. One player typically sits out, whoever they choose, and
7.
then
My bad. I'm bad at
then
counting.
yeah, and so they play a total of what, 12 holes, I think.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Um, on this indoor golf, they're hitting off a world class technology simulator
With
into a
a
huge
big old
screen.
screen. It's like a movie screen.
It's like a wall,
Yeah.
and then they do putt like on live, like surface within the arena,
Well, and the
and they
surface
can,
like changes.
yeah, they can
It's pretty
tilt
cool.
it, they can turn it. There's sand traps. Um, yeah, it's a cool event if you've never seen it. It's on ESPN typically. I don't know what night they're going to do it this year. Last year it was Tuesday nights. Now, Brandon and I will talk about this if it's not on Tuesday nights with some picks. But even if it is every Tuesday night, when we're done with the podcast, we can probably jump in there and you can get some really good live odds and live betting when you look at it. Like team to win the next three holes or
Yeah.
players to, because then you start to see who is playing each third hole or so
Mhm.
against the other person. So there's some head-to-head matchups that you can take some advantage of if you think one player is playing better than the other on like the last three holes or the last five holes or whatever. So
It seems to
there's
be
some
most Mostly Monday and Tuesday nights. There's some Sundays and Saturdays and
Mm.
Fridays thrown in there,
Boy, they've
but
changed it quite a bit.
you can get you're pretty much a lock for either Monday or Tuesday though.
Yeah. Well, this starts the week after Christmas,
The
right?
weekend of Christmas.
The weekend of Christmas. The
Yes, the
20, what did we say?
28th.
The 28th.
So
Okay.
I
That's
guess the
Sunday.
weekend after
That's the
Christmas.
Sunday after Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. They're going up against the NFL a little bit, but um, we will still take it in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have some picks next week if there's some odds out, or at least talk about ways to bet the TGL, the Tomorrow Golf League. So it is fun, and it's big names. It's all the big names.
Yeah.
Scotty doesn't play, but you're getting like Rory,
Tiger.
Tiger, Ricky Fowler. You'll get Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
A lot of other Ludwig Oberg,
Keegan.
Keegan Bradley. I don't know
Oh,
if
and Max Homa will
Fleetwood
be there.
Fleetwood
Fleetwood,
gonna play.
yeah, he's New York, right?
Yeah,
Let me
Tom
look.
Kim. Yeah, big names in golf. I think the only one that's not on a team yet is
No,
yeah,
he's
and I
not
say
either.
yet is Scotty. But stay tuned. That he could somebody could draft him or give him a contract or something like that. It's weird because the teams are owned. They have
They
owners.
are, yes.
Yeah, there's some big ownership groups and names that own the TGL teams. So we'll get into let's do a deep dive into that next week.
We will. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. We'll do our homework and more research on the TGL, and promise to give a lot more information about that because it is cool. It's fun. It's a good warm up to getting the PGA Tour started again in January, where Brandon and I will be doing full time PGA events. Oh, and I'm going to give a little hint about the Rick Run Good league that we may join. I haven't decided if we're going to do one pick or two picks.
Oh,
It,
yeah.
yeah, the entry fee is a little steep on that one. It's a one and done league, meaning you can play one player and whatever they earn in that tournament is what you earn as far as points. So and then they're done. So you got to be judicious with your Scotty Schefflers, your Rory McIlroys, your um, Tommy Fleetwoods picks. So we're going to take a look at that. And like I said, I would like to do two picks, but like I said, that entry is
And
it's a little steep.
we're still thinking about doing the fantasy league again, too.
Yeah. If anybody wants to sponsor us for that
Yeah, right?
that Rick Run Good League, let us know. We would appreciate that. Yeah, maybe we should find a sponsor for that because that entry's I'd like to do two, but we'll see. All right, let's get into this week's picks. Like I said, if we see some odds for the PNC, maybe I'll do a short video for YouTube and post it as a YouTube short. UFC, no UFC this week. UFC is done for 2025, and they will not have another fight until January 24th. And that will be premiering on Paramount, the new network. So make sure you get your Paramount subscription done and ready for January 24th to catch that UFC. No more pay-per-views.
Nope.
Yay. All right, so English Premier League this week's picks. I'm going to get into the second one, Brandon, as we go through these
Go for it.
and do some splaining. I got some splaining to do. Okay. So the first one's pretty normal as far as betting goes. Chelsea versus Newcastle, and we're going to take Chelsea to win or draw, but it has to be in the range of 2 to 4 goals. Kind of follow that?
Yep.
If they win and it's 1-0, then I don't win this. So basically we want a 2-0 or better Chelsea win. Or a 1-1. 1-1 would be fine because that's within the 2-goal range. All right. So let's go Chelsea. The next bet is, we've talked about Asian handicap before, but this is kind of a different way to do it. So this is Brighton and Sunderland. Sunderland is the team that Brennan and I kind of have at least some hopes for, and we follow them. So Asian handicap plus 1.5 and plus 2.0 Asian handicap at 1.300 odds, which is decimal odds, not the same as
That's
US.
confusing.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. Brandon just setting me up.
I know.
I do have a cool slide. Let me transition. So you may be asking yourself, what
What?
are
What?
what?
1.3? What?
What does 1.3 decimal odds
That's
mean?
not American.
That is not American. Okay,
Not the
so
American
in
metric
this
system.
example with Sunderland, plus 1.5 plus 2.0 Asian handicap at 1.3 decimal odds, it's a split handicap bet, right? So your stake is split evenly. So if you do, what they do here, if you do $100, so $50 would go on the 1.5 plus 1.5, and then $50 would go on the plus 2.0, right? So you're just basically splitting your stake evenly. And then how does it get settled? How does it win? Well, if Sunderland wins or draws, then you win both the full bet. If you lose by 1, you also win the full bet. If you lose by exactly 2, then you lose the 1.5 and you push on the 2.0. So you get a half of a loss. You lose half your bet because you get the other half back on the push. And then if they lose by 3, you lose everything. All right. Okay. So why is this important? All right. And I'm sorry. What is the 1.3 decimal odds? What does that mean? So it just kind of is a way to gain more probability of hitting your bet, but you're getting a lower return. So instead of like in the US, if it was plus 130 odds instead of 1.3, a $100 bet would return $230. But in decimal odds, a $100 bet returns 130 because you're just, you're just multiplying it by the decimal of 1.3. So your profit is $30 instead of $130 profit. Get it?
That makes sense. Yep.
But it makes they're saying right here, the implied probability goes up to almost 77%. So it's a way to, and I haven't did more of this explanation here. So if the reason you do it, if you like expect a team like Sunderland to keep it close, but they're like a little bit of a heavy underdog, then you're okay with just taking that smaller profit because you can win. So it's kind of protecting. Somewhat, yeah. But Dane in Paigao, thanks Dane for jumping in. In Paigao and Baccarat, the dealer will tell you
The
if you
dealer
won
can
or
help
not.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Whereas with this, you kind of have to know if you're going to win or not. But yeah, that's funny. So that's what that decimal bet means. So that it's, I did the wrong slide. Where is it? Okay, transition back. Okay. So we have Sunderland with those 2 Asian handicap bets at 1.3 decimal odds. So again, the payout's just not as much as like the US plus 130 odds. Okay, so West Ham, Man City. We were just talking about Man City. Man City is playing really good football at this point, but West Ham, yeah. And even in my notes here, off of like my notes from my research is most of the public money is on Man City at -1 or -1.5. So West Ham has a better defense than a lot of the teams that Man City's been playing lately. So if they can kind of just maybe get one goal and have Man City beat them by 1, then we would hit this at 2.1 decimal odds. Okay, and then the last but not least, Everton versus Arsenal, same thing. So I'm trying this different
I like it. See how it goes. Something different.
contrarian bet. This is a contrarian bet because when I look up these odds, I try to see what contrarian plays there are. So some of the other ones haven't worked so well, like the both teams to score, which I thought was a good bet. As it turns out, it's a very difficult bet, especially if there are shutouts, which there were last week. Okay, so those are our 4 plays in the EPL for this week. And I explained what the decimal bets are. Hopefully I hit one of those just so I can show. So I can show
some good mojo, some good feelings.
Yeah, so I can show on the podcast what like the payout structure was on that.
All right.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Not all that much going on this weekend in the
It's very light.
other. Yeah, the other
next weekend
sports
might be the same too as it is a Christmas week. And the weekend.
There may not be as many plays.
I don't think there's gonna be any golf.
I don't know if EPL takes a week off or not. So if that's the case, we may I may put something out there on social medias saying we're just off for a week. We will not be off on the Thursday football. We'll probably push that to Friday, which is the 26th, because there are games on. That may be a Thursday game. Somebody help me out. If there's a Thursday NFL
on
game.
Christmas.
Yeah,
it's the Broncos and the Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. There's 3 games. There's 3 games on Christmas. Cowboys and Commanders, Lions and Vikings, and Broncos and Chiefs. Whoa. Merry Christmas. So Brad and I we'll do the football show on the 26th. But if we do pick any of those games, they have to be locked into the contest anyway. So, and we've done that before. So we don't go back and just say, oh yeah, we picked that one after we knew that they won. That doesn't work that way in the contest that we're in. All right. Well, anything else, Brandon?
No, sir.
Anything else going on in your world of sports? We got some nice weather out here in Colorado, so we may be playing some golf this weekend, which is exciting to be playing golf. 60 degree weather.
60 degrees in December. That's crazy.
Yeah, in December. So if we can swing a few clubs, then
here and there, yeah,
it's like a bonus. So
really
we'll be doing that on Saturday, which is awesome. Okay. All right, B. We good? We cover everything we need to cover?
We do good.
All right. Brandon usually eats dinner after the show, so I'm going to let him go so that he can go get some dinner, and we will be back possibly next week. Stay tuned for that. You may not see me and B. You'll definitely see me and Brad. So for the football show. So thanks everyone for joining us on YouTube and the live stream. We really appreciate when people jump in and give us some comments. Thank you, Dane. It makes the show better when people jump in and participate and watch. And then if you're listening to the replay on Spotify, please hit a follow, give us a 5-star rating, and be sure to share that out. Again, we don't gain listeners without everybody's help sharing the show. So let's keep on doing that. We are gaining listeners more and more each week. So we really appreciate it. Okay, everyone, come in on Thursday and join me and Brad for the Football Picks show, and we will catch you later.